Definitely live on YouTube. We're gonna get this thing cracking. I don't know what nobody know about me and my YouTube. One thing about me and my YouTube, we ready to go up. We ready to figure some things out. Got a whole different family over there, a whole different, you know what I'm saying? Whole different support system, whole different understanding of who I am. It's been a long time since I actually went live over there, so I don't know who's who and what's what, but I guess we'll figure it out when they get the notification that I'm live. So when they do get the notification that I'm live, we'll figure it out. Yo, what's up with y'all? I can't see y'all comments right now. Empress, what's up, Imp? Good morning, Imp. Hey, listen, the Shady Show might be back, bigger and better than ever. This the real show right here. This the show that show y'all my life been a show the whole time. Come to find out, my life been scripted the whole time. I need y'all know, don't take a nap right now. I need you to stick around and listen and let me tell you what's going on. What's up, Empress Lonnie Love? Shout out to you. You've been sticking around a long time. So, just to make y'all aware of what's going on, how everything's going. Rob, what's up, baby? What's up? Project, what's up, baby? I see y'all. Troy, what's up? I see all y'all in here with the wrenches. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, share. Let them know I'm back for real, for real. Let them know I'm back. Let them know I'm back. Let them know. Let them know. All right, so look. So let me tell y'all what's going on. So right now, I'm in the process of I'm in the process of going pro se, a litigant. I'm suing. I have a civil rights lawsuit. It's now in the courts. I'm in the process of paying for the filing today. Trying to wait for my man to get down there so I can cash app him the money. He can go swipe. But basically, when I was a kid, when I was in kindergarten, I went to M. Hall Stanton Elementary School, and that's on 16th and Cumberland. When I was in kindergarten, the school started screening students to see. I don't know why they exactly screened students, but come first grade, they that's something I gotta ask them also. They come first grade, they moved us from kindergarten classes and moved us into an experimental classroom. Um, Based on the fact that they said we were designated discouraged learners. So based on the fact that they said we were discouraged learners, they took us out of kindergarten, took us out of regular schooling, and put us in an experimental classroom, a classroom that was never tried before, nowhere else, never before. So what they did was they took us from this classroom. They violated our rights because they didn't give us the fair and equal treatment that we're supposed to get, especially with those kids diagnosed with disabilities and things like that. They didn't give us a proper IEP. They didn't make our mothers or fathers aware of what the reason was they was doing this. They made it seem like it was just a thing, like your child got the opportunity to go to another class, an all boys class. They didn't tell our parents why they were doing none of this. So now we're in an all boys class for special education, but we don't have special education teachers. We have two disciplinarians and a teacher and two disciplinarians. We have Mr. Coates, Mr. Call. Mr. Coates is a teacher. He's not certified in special education. Mr. Call was a disciplinarian. He was not a teacher. And the person who invented the program was Mr. Coates and Miss Deanna Burney. She's a principal. She doesn't have special education certifications, and neither does Mr. Coates. So what they did was they put us in the military style classroom at 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, and they abused us and they beat the fuck out of us. And They did a lot of stuff to us in our classrooms, and they exploited us. They allowed cameras to come into our class and document our lifestyle so that they can achieve some type of monetary gain or some type of gain from it. So they exploited our impoverished situations. They did it with no consent, and then they went international with it, and the harm is still ongoing because they're still selling the DV, still the documentary, still promoting it internationally. Ongoing harm because we never got the treatment we were supposed to get. Ongoing harm because we were denied fair education and things like that. Ongoing harm because we were betrayed to the world as crack addicts, as unsavable, as hopeless, and things like that. We I have went to Yale, and I have went to the Beinecke Library. Inside the Beinecke Library, it's a collection, an archive collection called the Video Verite Papers. Inside the Video Verite Papers is 100 years of history. Inside the 100 years of history is documentaries, writings, books, and movies that document 100 years of American history and world history. And inside of that history is I Am a Promise, the Children of M. Hall Stanton. And with that why that documentary is so important to 100 years of history, because it's the first and pretty much only look into urban education without nobody modifying from the educational standpoint of how the documentary was going to be shot. So it basically was an expose on how Black children were being educated in America, and it's the only documentary of its kind. That's why it won so many of its awards. Any other documentary has been pushed this way or pushed that way. This documentary was so raw, it showed kids picking up crack vials. You get what I'm saying? So the documentary's name is, let me be a little bit more professional with y'all. The documentary's name is I Am a Promise, the Children of M. Hall Stanton. Right now, this documentary is on sale. Every time one of you guys buy this documentary, it exploits the children that's on the front of it. They never got paid for it. It exploits the children that's inside of it, never got paid for it, and it stigmatizes us around the world. This is an international documentary, Academy Award winning documentary. It stigmatizes us around the world. I was labeled a crack baby. We were labeled dope fiends, crack babies, unsavable. And this is the image they have on us around the world without our consent. Our faces, our stories, and a lot of the stuff in there is scripted. I repeat, I seen the background. It's scripted. They violated our rights by giving up our real names, our schools, our informations. You're not supposed to go online and be able to just define a person real name, a child real name. You're not supposed to just be able to go find his real name, his real school, his real medical records. And they did a lot. And on top of that, it's a lot of things that was done behind the scenes. My mom actually sued HBO. And when she sued them, she triggered a panic because what she didn't know is it was multinational corporations that was involved in this situation. And when my mom sued, right, the one everybody be like, where was your mom at when all this was going on? She was going through life the way everybody else mom was going through life, but she was there. And she sued, and what she did was she triggered a panic amongst these multinational corporations because what she didn't know was these people were caught dead to right, and because they were panicking, in their panic, they did so much wrong, and they left so much bread trails because they left actual receipts because they had to bill for the stuff that they did. So they did a bunch of illegal stuff to me when I was a kid, and then they had to bill for it. So I'm seeing the bills for them violating my HIPAA, violating my school records, violating all these things. They was stalking my family. They was investigating my father, investigating my mother, investigating all her stories. Why? Because they were trying to prove that I was a crack baby. Why are you trying to prove that I'm a crack baby? That's a medical condition. Why are you violating my HIPAA? You never ever got the permission or consent to even shoot me. You going so far as to violate my HIPAA, and then when you get sued, instead of conceding and saying you were wrong and take care of the situation, you fight to violate me some more and go in my HIPAA some more. You and Temple University they go in my background. So they go on my, you understand what I'm saying? They go on my background. You feel what I'm saying? They go on my background. So now I got 3 lawyers, 4 different law firms, legal malpractice. I got medical malpractice with Temple University. I got another medical malpractice with CBH. That they gave me medication without my mom approval or my dad approval when I was a kid. Mm. And I got civil rights violations against everybody else. I'm talking about 26 multinational corporations. These these when I mean by multinational, I mean they are national companies on multi and different nations. HBO is a national company in other nations. You understand what I'm saying? So, oh no, I definitely wasn't a crack baby. That's why I got the evidence. And that's one of the things that's what triggered them. So they couldn't substantiate that I was a crack baby. So they went all through my files. And then when they went through my files and seen I wasn't a crack baby, they tried to reduce it to say, well, at least we know that his mom was on crack at some point in time, even though she denies it. So you can see the foul play. They violated me, and then in order I would say, soften the blow of that violation, they continued to violate me some more, hoping and thinking that I would never ever be alive or be conscious or smart enough to put all of this together. So that's what's going on. That's genuinely what's going on. So past that, you just look at everything and it's like, all right, everybody like, he grown, yeah, but I did 7 years and 9 months from when I was a child though. I'm grown. I skipped the adulthood. I skipped all past the kid shit. I came straight out of school and went to jail. So the path that they led me down, because it was a path they led me down, because my dad wasn't taking me on robberies, my mom wasn't taking me on robberies, my this, that, and the third. No, it was a path they led me down because they put me at a disadvantage every time they could put me at a disadvantage. I was with them 8 hours a day, 5 days a motherfucking week for 4 years straight. So when you look at the damage you could do to a child when you got that much time with them, it don't matter if the parents rich or poor. You got a fiduciary duty to take care of this child because you're getting paid to do that. Just go down like that. Oh no, I know. I don't care. I know for sure. But you just got to realize with me, I keep it to a point where as though it's defamation, libel, slander. It's a bunch of things. But at the end of the day, like I said, everybody looking at me crazy right now. Then you win the case, right? Let's say I win the case, I get a bunch of money. Everybody's still gonna look at me as some type of way pace. Everybody's still gonna look at me as some type of way this way, or look at me some type of way that way, because that's just them. So I don't care about none of that. I know my truth 1,000%. I'm learning more of my truth every day. That's how I got to 1,000%. I thought I knew my truth 100%, but I know my truth 1,000%. And by the time I die, I hope to know it 1,000,000%. You feel me? I hope to know where I'm from, where my people came from, my lineage, and all that type of stuff. These people played games with my life. It's really like the Truman Show. So being as though it's really like the Truman Show, I really could go back and look at the script and pay everything to mind. So anybody that don't really understand it, let me see. Oh, all right. Just looking at the different features of what's going on. Anybody that don't really understand what I'm saying, that's okay. May God give them some sense of understanding. But what I am saying is, as an adult, I am going back and I'm fighting for the kid version of myself, the kid version of my classmates, and I'm fighting for every kid that came after that and every kid that's standing now. Because what was done to us, They perfected it and then they rolled it out towards everybody else. That's the scary part. Everybody keep thinking HBO. No, I'm talking about the school system taking little black boys, isolating them, putting them in targeted classrooms, taking away education, strapping them with survival skills and strategic thinking skills, and then unleashing them in this world so that they can even be failures or working for somebody else. I'm talking about programs that isolate little black boys, don't isolate nobody else. Programs that make it seem like it's okay to have a father here and a father there. Nobody else has to split their fatherhood. Nobody else. No other fathers have to split their fatherhood. It's understood that a white father is a white father, a Spanish father is a Spanish father, an Asian father is an Asian father, even an African father is an African father. The only people that got to split their fatherhood amongst all these other men and entities is an African American father. Little black boys don't need fathers. They don't. Not people coming in that's just going to be in their life. A father is not in your life 3 or 4 years. A father is in your life. So these dudes that's coming in with these models, oh, we're gonna be their fathers for this year, then we're gonna pass them on to some more fathers. That shit confusing them in the mud. And they just doing it to these kids. You understand what I'm saying? Doing it. Why they doing it? You know why they doing it. That's just good. Blueberry. I know this is a peach and pineapple. It tastes good. It smells good. Hey, Black, these women, they'll be the first ones to give their child up to the next man that they feel satisfied with because they not satisfied with the child father no more. Not understanding that the satisfaction and the dissatisfaction that she having with this man don't got nothing to do with the fatherhood that he's supposed to still have. It got everything to do with the relationship and bond they share on a different level. So now the mom don't care too much for the father, or the father is absent, and in his absence, now you thinking that somebody can replace him temporarily, or you could put placeholders there because the dad is not there. No, the only thing a mother could do for not know, because I've been in this situation. I'm the child that his dad wasn't there for a second. All right, cool. My dad wasn't there for me growing up. So I'm gonna say it's like this. My mom trying to be my dad fucked our relationship up. My mom just needed to be my mom. When I seen everybody else moms that had everybody, all my other brothers, all my homies, and they moms was just moms and not dads too, even if they didn't have a dad there, that's what I wanted. I just wanted my mom. And I never wanted my dad to be my mom. I just wanted my dad. And I never wanted my teacher to be my dad. I just wanted my teacher to be my teacher. They put us in situations where we didn't have no control over because of how they felt. They never considered how we felt or how it would affect us. And they never came back to check it out because, like I said, the class was a first of its kind in itself. So if we were experimental, who's the result? What's the results? Why didn't y'all come back with the follow-up? Why was it cool to experiment on me and my classmates? And why was it swept under the rug? Questions that make you go, Why Mr. Coast didn't have his son in our class? Why he didn't have his son at our school? Slavery is still on the books. As America fights for freedoms and liberties other places, if you look at the 13th Amendment, it says slavery is illegal except for those duly convicted of a crime. That loophole, that word, except for those duly convicted of a crime, shows how inhumane our society really is, our government really is, and how desensitized our fucking community, our population really is. Slavery should not be on the books. It should not be considered legal under any circumstances, knowing the trauma that slavery has brought to this country. But still in all, as we negotiate peace in other lands, right here in our face, in the neighborhoods that we live in, every day, we are at liberty to become a slave if we get convicted of a crime. And it doesn't matter if you're wrongly convicted. And sometimes you don't even have to get convicted. All you have to do is be arrested. And what I mean by that, you get arrested, you go to jail. If you don't work or you don't program and you don't do what they say, whether you connect victim or not, you lose privileges. You're a slave. Prison industry generates over 80-something billion dollars a year. Slavery only generated 60 million, which would have been about 10 billion around this time. They don't need Africa and ships and slave masters and whips when they got schools. You feed them slaves. Feed them slaves. John D. Rockefeller modified the education system. It already was an education system that came from the Prussian mindset, the dictator mindset of keeping your subjects docile and worker bees. That's where you get the school system from. Then John D. Rockefeller came in and refined that school system, funded it, made sure it fit his model. And then he came behind that and fixed all the psychiatric, the medical field. And then he came behind that and invested in the prison system. He created his own slave economy in front of everybody. And we all talking about we want to be Rockefeller. Henceforth, if I know that, what you think Jay-Z know? That's why he modeled his business after Rockefeller. You create a component of things. You create a component, all these components of chaos. You organize it in a way where it self-sustains itself, and it's a self-operating system that all comes back around. Everything need each other. The school system eventually needs the health system. The kids out here, they need IEPs. They going crazy. They got cops in the school. And the school system need the health system. The health system need the jail system because we got to determine whether a person is a criminal or mentally insane. All this stuff revolve around each other. You don't need Africa when you continuously put a population, a certain subject, a population of people to a certain set of circumstances, whereas though they only have situations and decisions to make that's within the boundaries of still being a criminal. Oh man, everybody ain't gotta be a criminal. You're right. That's what they make you think. But I guarantee you, everybody in your neighborhood live below the poverty line, unless they doing something different. And if they show the world that they living above the poverty line, then the dynamics of that neighborhood is going to turn on them. That's just how it go. So what people don't understand is they put us in. Say they put 100 people into a box. In order for us to survive for 5 days, we have to have 5 balls. They put 100 of us in there. They only put 500 balls in there. But every day you lose a ball. But you still got to have 5 balls at the end of the 5 days. So you got 100 people in there. They all starting with 5 balls. That's what they told you, or whatever the case may be, 3 balls. You need 5 balls, but you losing a ball every day. But by the end, you gotta have 5 balls, or everything gonna start racking up. Child support, car note, rent, doctor's bills, travel expenses, cost of everything. You need 5 balls every day. They start you off with 3 balls. They tell you need a ball every day, and you keep losing the ball, and they not putting more balls in, and people around you got balls. You gonna take them bitches, yo. You gonna take them bitches, yo. You gonna take them, or you gonna hustle them. You gonna take it, hustle, or you gonna be a dirty nigga. Or you gonna get smart and get out the system. So my biggest thing right now, I'm pro se. I'm right now, and I'm in the Eastern District. I guess later, I don't feel like setting my stream up right now, but I will set my stream up and share this part of my life with y'all. I mean, that's what the Shady Show is really for. It never really was for like gossip or nothing like that. It was more so every time I felt as though I lived enough life, I popped the Shady Show open. Just knowing that my life was scripted from the beginning. Like, I don't know, they even got in there that they got me in the class as this discouraged learner, but I found confidential files that they admitted that I was above average, that I had above average intelligence. So if they got documents that say I have above average intelligence, why did they put me in a discouraged learner class? Why? That way they deprive me of my education. I can't go back and get that education, that foundational education, things I could have learned in 2 years that I had to take 5 or 6 years to learn. But they knew I was capable and more than able to learn these things. Why? Because they did an aptitude, an IQ test on me. I scored 145. I remember that man telling me that was great. 145 on an IQ test. Back then when I was a little kid. I'm taking on 26 corporations. Lawyers William H. Bishop, David S. Desson, Sheila Anderson. Lawyer William H. Bishop, David S. Desson, they sold me out. Did some real unsavory stuff behind the doors. I got all that. Sheila Anderson, she was the psych who gave me all these meds, black lady. She should have stopped it. She should have looked at me like her son at bare minimum and not like an experiment. She gave me over 9 different meds. She gave me Elavil, Trazodone, Seroquel, Cinequine, Zyprexia, Zoloft, Trazodone, Benadryl. She gave me all these different meds and different milligrams in different forms. They were testing medication on me and my friends on the juvenile block like they was testing cosmetics on them old heads over there, Holmesbury. So now y'all got a bunch of people that's my age, that's men that's running around trying to hold it together, but the whole time they brain, they neurons, everything been changed around because they was fed meds when he was a kid. So now they grown ass men like me trying to hold it together. Meanwhile, it's fireworks going off in their head. You see what I'm saying? But we holding together. We the group of people that want to do better than our parents. A lot of the men that I know, they not deadbeat fathers at all. They fathers trying to be fathers. With Sheila Anderson, she was the psych, Deanna Burney, Officer Thomas Foy, Lieutenant Hart, Sergeant Watson, John Coates, he was the teacher, Frank C. Call, he was the disciplinarian, the School District of Philadelphia, Philadelphia Prison System, Community Behavior Health. They treat the schools and they treat the jails, Public Health Management Corporation. They treat the schools and the jails. So you got to understand it's an education in prison. They share data, they share money, they share information. Department of Human Services, DHS was supposed to flag this. Philadelphia Family Court was supposed to stop it. Cineverse, they exploiting us. Home Box Office, HBO, Time Warner, Video Variety, Wade Cable, Alan Raymond, Susan Raymond, City of Philadelphia, the ACLU of Pennsylvania, the Juvenile Law Center, because they didn't stop it and they had well enough knowledge of it. They flagged it but didn't stop it. They told them, hey, stop doing that to them. No, that you're supposed to do more than that. Y'all was supposed to respond and y'all was supposed to jump into action like it was a class of white boys that it happened to. No disrespect to my white friends and my white brothers. I love y'all. But this is a black issue and that I was discriminated upon. So I will speak in tone of race, in terms and context of race, because this what was done to me. And if you're white and you feel offended, that's because you are a part of the problem. And if you're black and you don't feel offended, that's because you are a part of the problem. Anytime you can see that kids, if your child was able to come home and say, hey, mom, hey, dad, today my Fifth Amendment was violated. And they violated these constitutional rights too, mom. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, they did not give me my due process. No, no, no. They violated me. They violated me. They deprived me of bodily autonomy. The fuck? How the fuck a child supposed to know that? How the fuck a proud child supposed to know that? Point case an example, not. So just like having this understanding of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. It might look crazy. I'm on Instagram now. I'm choosing not to go by Shady no more. Um, the reason why I can't, it's a lot of things that happened over the last few months that just made me realize Shady was a character that I was living behind. So in order so I could face the world, I didn't know the world was that ugly. But I really don't feel like I gotta live behind being shady no more. I don't feel like I gotta be like I feel like I could just be myself and I'm strong enough to stand on that. And anybody that don't stand with me with that, that's okay. Like I said, my concept is standing alone. You understand what I'm saying? Um, so I still rock that feeling like I'm running. Cool, Benny, my guy. But yeah, I gotta get myself together. A lot of new developments in my life. I got dogs, you guys. I got puppies and shit. Well, I got one puppy and one girlfriend. I got the mother and the daughter. They keep me calm, man. Kind of like just put me in a peaceful state, man. Um, I'm working full time, ready to get myself together to pray and go to work in a second. Family man, full time. Um, I don't know. I'm in a great space, and now, man, yeah, I'm in a great space, and it's like I see people like arguing about my intellect. I'd be funny. Look, hey, listen, I don't think people understand how much of an asshole I am when I want to take something like funny. I will not take you serious. Like I'm that petty. Like it don't matter how much you insult me. Like I will not take you serious. I will look at you and know you are coming from a broke, hurt place because nothing compels me to go on somebody post and insult them. Nothing. Nothing. That right there indicates a sense of mental illness to me. Nothing. If I don't know this person, I don't know this person. I have nothing to say. I don't like it. I like it. I move on. But nothing compels me to go on a random person post, excuse me, that's talking about some trauma from their past and just say, hey, suck it up, or you need to stop crying, or that's your problem. Or, what? I wouldn't even do that because of so many different reasons, but not even from a college standpoint. I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't want to dismiss anyone's feelings based on something I couldn't relate to. You understand what I'm saying? Uh-uh. So, excuse me. All right, get off here because sitting down, that's you see me keep rocking back and forth. I'm trying. It's time for me to get in the shower so I can get up, get all the way up. So I appreciate y'all. I know the next time I want y'all to definitely go follow my Instagram because that's where I'm active at right now. Andrei, AndreiKhalil, uncensored. Andrei Khalil, AndreiKhalilUncensored. Censored. Yeah. Hmm. Um. Yeah. For the most, so like I said, for the most part, I'm cool. A lot of people might see all the evidence that I'm putting up. They might see the video. Shady going crazy. No, I'm doing a social media awareness campaign. I am not going crazy. I'm going to court, asshole. Going crazy because you don't understand something. Ain't that crazy? They just say anything about anybody. Meanwhile, I got to go up against 26 corporations and 26 individuals. How the hell am I going to do that crazy? So that's why when people talking in the comments, I bang, 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 bang. I be blasting back because I be sitting here smoking my backwood and I be bored. But other than that, I don't pay them no mind. They already paid me some $9. I'm not giving them their money back. If I feel like I could get a joke off, I'm on it. If it's a sad person leaving a comment, just pray for them, bro. Just pray for them. Don't even be on all that bullshit. It's the internet. If you don't know how to pray while you're on the internet, it's so many people, so much energy coming your way, so many people praying against you, so many people wanting what you got, even if you don't have nothing. So many people saying what they'll do if they get your position. So many people that want to hurt you. There's so many people that want to help you. It's such an exchange of energy that you would be crazy not to go into the internet with your PPP on. And what I feel like my PP is, prayer protects everybody. So before I get on the internet on some nonsense and I'm knee deep in the internet, I always remember to stay prayed up, especially on the internet, because that's the place where the people got the most eyes on you. They looking right at you, looking at your family, they looking through your Facebook, your Snapchat, they do your Instagram, they do your Bigo, they do your YouTube, they do your X, they do your what else? They do your website, they do everything. They do all your shit. So public profile, my killer get the peek at my page. I gotta stand on this shit. I know defeat in my legs. So people gotta understand that. Get with the program. It's not just about me. There's 750 students here, so they were exploited. They need to sue 750 families, class action lawsuit, as well as with the juvenile block, class action lawsuit, as well as with the segregation in the classroom, class action lawsuit. Every last thing that I'm alleging and I'm suing for myself has precedence to take a class action lawsuit. So don't think this thing is not serious. This is something that them people don't want me to get no help on. They want me to go up against the world by myself. I need to put together a whole litigant team. I'm not no lawyer. You don't have to be a lawyer. All you gotta do is have the administrative skills, and all you gotta do is have the intuitiveness to go out there and learn something on the go and figure out what's the rules on how to proceed. Knowledge precedes speech and action. So you don't have to be a lawyer to litigate. You just got to understand the law as it applies to your case and your case only. And that's how I'm going up against these people. I ain't scared of these jokers. So y'all get with me. I get with y'all. I'm ready to go get myself together. It's about that time to wash up, get myself together for prayer, do my little final touches on my crib, make sure I leave out the crib clean, come back into a clean crib. Hey, salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. We're gonna make sure we step in the door next time. Make sure y'all let me know who all in the building. It's all love all the time. Even if y'all don't see me, man, I'm out there.